Hope that you all can hear me. Getting ready to take and do our Sunday evening trauma recovery yoga practice. Those of you that were with me last week know that right as we were moving into Shavasana, hello, Tiffany. Just as we were moving, my phone went off. Not supposed to do that, but that's okay. Trauma intervention program. They do wonderful things that are actively in a traumatic situation. Typically, a loved one has died or involved in something extremely traumatic. And the goal is to just help them know it's okay to just be how we're doing it all telephonic now. I ended up actually, I got 2 calls back to back. Talking to people, one young man who lost his grandfather, and a wonderful pillar in our community that had lost her father. It's kind of different because our ethos is that we meet them where they're at, but with this coronavirus, all telephonically. So that's not going to happen tonight because I'm not on. Again, if it disrupted you last week, I apologize. Too, that I'm today practicing what I preach. Feed store, and got stuff for my large plethora of animals, and I'm just going to let it ride. Well, my son, most of it, I tried to help a little too much, and now my back's tweaked. But where I was going with this is, recovery yoga is developing better habits. Not trying to change, just trying to take and, we don't try, we try to establish new ones. And, there's also out there, 14 days, 28 days, whatever you make it is, this will be easier to hold on to as a new habit. Maybe even a little bit slower, although I think that we move together pretty slow. I believe that this is your way, and my goal is to have everybody finish up feeling and knowing, not just feeling, but knowing that they have to or about practice. And always remember that everything I say or do is on your mat and breathe, or even just choose to sit on your couch, sipping a lovely beverage, smile on your face while I do yoga, then guess what? You too are doing the body together. Would I prefer that you practiced, that you haven't moved? Absolutely. But again, this is your every practice with this, and it's practicing habits of self-regulation. That by grounding. Maybe at first noticing your hips where they contact the sides of your feet, maybe placing your hand down on that mat, looking down, and truly noticing, feeling, and just being the stability and the support that the earth is always there. It's right there. We just overlook it so much. See it, do by centering. We're trying to take and pull our focus, physical. We do that by lifting the pelvic floor as if trying to restrict the flow of urine, pull the button in towards the spine, feeling that heat begin to generate, maybe noticing your thoughts begin to drift down into that furnace that we use to burn up all of the things that no longer. We feel that heat building, feeling the outside peace of self-regulation is coming to know the breath. Being aware. In, and the air is flowing out. Your lungs, and then coming back out. Those are the out. You find yourself just a little bit discombobulated. Take a minute. Find yourself just a little bit discombobulated. Take a minute. Notice your breathing. To breathe in the past or to breathe in the future. If you're totally focused on what breathing, you have no choice but to be right here, right now. In following that breathing, I want you to release that bind on your belly button, and we're going to begin. Continuing to inhale, the shoulders are going to rise, the ribs separate. Inhale, big belly. Shoulders lift, ribs separate. Cool and sparkle. And this time, we're going to exhale, allowing that chest to fall back into our natural breathing rhythm. Still breath flowing in and flowing out. And then as it flows in the next time, we're going to take and bring ear to the shoulder, feeling the stretch across the top of the left side. Notice that breath. And on the next exhale, allow the chin to come back down. Again, the breath flows in. As it flows in again, we breathing in and breathing out. And on the next exhale, we allow that chin to come back down heavily towards the chest. As we get ready to move into a series of neck rolls, we're going to take motion to the breath. First, inhaling to the right and exhaling to the left and down. Inhaling and back. Exhaling to the left and down. Exhaling as we contract. Exhaling as we contract. Allowing that chin to hang heavily while we continue to breathe in and breathing out. Inhaling to the left and back. Exhaling and down. Inhaling as we extend. And then exhaling as we contract. And allowing that head to rest heavily down, feeling that stretch in the back of the neck, maybe tugging gently on your scalp. Before bringing neutral, gazing straight ahead, pulling your shoulder, bringing your right hand up, palm open, blade still plugged in, shifting your gaze and your palm towards each other, blinking your eyes, wiggling your, allowing the light to flow in and stimulate the happy center in the brain. Notice the support that's there for your hand on the ground. Walking that hand slowly away, shifting your gaze back forward, inhaling, reaching up, exhale, come over the top in a gentle stretch on the right and a compression on the left. Inhale, extend down just a little bit more before inhaling, coming back up. We're going to take and bring that left hand up, fingers spread, shifting the gaze and the palm towards each other, blinking the eyes, wiggling the fingers, allowing the light to flow in and stimulate that happy center. Shifting the gaze, placing the hand down on the mat, walking it up, left side, compressing the right. Back up a little bit. Exhale, come down just a little bit more. Feeling it flow in and flow. It flow in and flow. Next, we're going to bring the hands up overhead. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, come over to one side, one personal clock. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come down a little bit more. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, other way, 1, 2 numbers on your personal clock. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come down just a wee bit more. Inhale, come back up. Shift your gaze up into that cup form hands. And then your next inhale, I want you to inhale, reach up as high hands up. On the next inhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the left hip, right hand behind the right hip. This isn't twister. We're not trying to twist you up in a pretzel, and Lord knows I can't. Shoulder, using that front hand, we exhale and pull ourselves around just a little bit. And then inhale, release, and come back to center. We're going to take in again on the other side, bringing the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, twist with the torso like me, and then done something. Exhale. Now we're going to move into a little bit more vigorous movement. Shift our position into tabletop. Coming onto all fours. Mat underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Again, seeing, feeling, and on the mat. We're going to inhale, feeling our head pull to the far side of the room. Exhale, look shoulder at the right pinky toe. Inhale back to center. That left shoulder to the left pinky toe. Inhale back. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze it all out to the left, squeezing out all that stagnancy. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right one last time, squeezing it. Inhale back to center and finishing up with squeezing it out one final time. Inhale back to center. Move into lion or bird dog pose. That by extending our left leg back, kicking anything in on the floor out of the way, tucking our toes under, and maybe taking a minute to bounce a little toes, beginning to stretch out that Achilles, beginning to stretch out that hamstring, and to engage the core and slowly lifting up that back leg. And just pulling the belly button in to engage the core and slowly lifting up that back leg. And this very small balance pose. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Extending that right leg back a little bit before extending the left hand out, engaging the core, belly button in, Bring that right leg up. Again, noticing little shakes, knowing that we're going to talk about those a little bit later in the practice. Exhale, come back down. Now, we're going to get ready to move into our first down dog of the night. We do that. Bring the heels back towards the sit bones backing up. Bring our head down, maybe between, not worrying, just hinging up. Bring our head down, maybe between, not worrying if our knees are bent or if our back's curved. That matters. Remember, this is your yoga, your way. And especially if you're like me, everything's tight. I'm just glad with this bum back that I was able into downward dog tonight. We inhale, walk slowly. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. And gently bring your hands up to the crease in your hips. Straighten your knees. Bring your head and shoulders forward. We're going to slowly rise up, vertebrae at a time, keeping that chin tucked. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Roll the shoulders up and back and bring the head up to neutral, blinking the eyes, letting it flow in and feeling another little piece of the weight that you yourself just slide off your shoulders. Inhale, bring the hands up. Don't hit the TV on the wall. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway up. Hands up. Don't hit the TV on the wall. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, step back. It's okay to bring your knees to the mat. Bring your elbows in, lower down, lower into upward dog. Toes pushing back into downward dog. And this is when we begin to take advantage of this resting pose. Resting pose for our internal organs. Resting pose to begin to start that next habit that we want to implant. And that shift to positivity begins with two little words. I am handsome. Inhale, look forward, hop, walk, or jump to the front of the mat. You know you're never going to see me jump to the. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring those hands all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Inhale, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the heart. Way up, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Low push up, turn the feet over, pushing up into upward dog, tucking the toes into downward dog. And thinking about how we start and using this habit of positivity that we're trying, using it right off the bat. When you go in to brush your teeth, when you look in that mirror, telling that person, looking back, I am beautiful. I am me. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, swing it forward between the hands. Again, this is into upward or into warrior two. Arms extended. Am I leaning back, stuck in the past? Am I leaning forward, yearning for the future? Right now, in the present. Turn that front hand over, lift towards the ceiling, running that back side of the back leg, feeling that inside of that leg. Before inhaling, coming back up into warrior two, straightening that front leg, tipping the pelvis back, and then keeping the heart open, back hand towards the ceiling, and allowing yourself to fall down over that front leg, putting that front hand down the inside of that front leg, feeling it pull on the inside. Inhale back up to warrior two. Exhale, windmill, hands down, step back, and push right back into downward dog. Thinking about looking at yourself in that mirror in the morning and saying, I am going to have the freshest breath in the house as soon as I brush my teeth. I am going to be having one styling hairdo as soon as I get done with that brush. I am going to do amazing. Okay to be as awkward as you want to be. For yoga, God. And again, just taking a second, noticing here right now, uncertainty, did I do the right thing? Or that fear of what's happening. But no. Turn that front hand over, reach it up towards the ceiling, running that hand side of the back leg, feeling that stretch on the inside of that back leg. Before back up into warrior two, straightening that front leg, tipping the pelvis to fall down over that front leg, reaching for the floor. Never touch it, but that's okay. Feeling that stretch on the inside leg before rising back up into warrior two. Windmill down, stepping back and pushing right back into downward dog. With that conversation in the mirror, I am going to wow myself today. I am others today. I am important. Look forward, hot walker jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Fold. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. Inhale, forward fold, lead with the heart. Remind myself to move that mat out a little bit further. I'm not worried about punching the TV next time. Plank, lower down, low push up. Turn the feet over, pushing back into downward dog. Bringing that positive present. I am putting me first. All over to the left side. Looking out underneath the armpit. Taking a glance at those dirty toes hanging out there. Forward between the hands. To come into a kneeling position. It's even okay to bring the sit bones back. Taking the weight off of the knees. Whatever works for you, just fine. We're going to now, shoulders back, inhale, overhead, shifting the gaze up between the hands, and see hands, a beautiful balloon in your favorite color. And on that balloon, you're writing down all of those things that other people tell you about why you can't move forward, about why you can't, and lifting that balloon up, 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 and you're watching it drift higher and higher as you feel it pulling all of those negative. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back, pushing right back into down. I am lighter. I am. I am capable. Inhale, left leg up. Allow that knee to bend and the foot to fall over to the right. Looking out the armpit to see if you're balanced in your dirty toes. Inhale, bring that forward. Coming into a lunge on this side. Low lunge, knowing again, fine if you want to go into a kneeling position or a seated hero's pose. Whatever works for you. This is your yoga, and we're going to take an inhale, reach up overhead with that little candle flick gondola in the bottom. And into that gondola, you're putting all of the words, all of the feelings, all of the emotions to communicate with right now. You're putting it and you're lifting it up, 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 and you're releasing it more connected. I am good. I am supported. Inhale, look forward. Hop walker, jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank. Lower down, low push up. Turn the feet over, pushing downward dog. I am just about finished with the standing sequence. I am yoga. I am taking care of me. Inhale, look forward and step through, or however you can, into an easy seated position. Hello, Jennifer. Good evening, Erica. Sorry, I can only my glasses. My big old giant iPad streaming to Instagram Live. I don't mean to leave anybody else out. I'm so glad. My big old giant iPad streaming to Instagram Live. I don't mean to leave anybody else out. I'm so glad you're all joining me here. We're going to bring the bottoms of our feet together. Your knees can be up, your knees down, whatever works for you. We're going to take a second to pay attention to our lower legs and our feet, where we need to go. The bridge maintains that connection with the ground so often. I want you to take and maybe run your thumbs up the bottom of the inside of your feet. I want you to take and maybe run your thumbs up the bottom of the inside of your feet, or the bottom of your feet. I don't think so. And then allowing your shoulder to straighten out. I want you to take and imagine that you're being pulled up by the shoulders, and allow your heart to fold over your feet. Again, not worrying about, are you going to be able to touch your head to your forehead to the ground. Again, never going to happen with me. I got some tight hips, and I've got a lot of, and by regular practice helps release more and more of that tension, anxiety, garbage that you heap on yourself. Inhale, pull yourself, feel yourself pull forward. Exhale, come down another millimeter or two. Both poses. Maybe bringing your hands to your thighs, or you can lean back on your hands. Again, remembering, now your chin, maintain that neutral position, shoulder, engage the belly, and lift up first one foot, maybe both. Having to keep one foot down, maybe having to lean back on your hands, but bring those feet up. Row your boat gently down that stream. And again, just like earlier, that tremble, noticing that shake. Right ankle over left, deflate, Deflate. Inhale, lift the seat from the mat, setting back down and coming into that second boat pose. And continue. Left ankle over right. Deflate. Inhale, lift the seat. Exhale, set it down and into that third and final boat pose. Again, being wherever you like. And that shake is fear leaving the body. You hold. Right ankle over left. Deflate. Inhale, lift the seat. Exhale, set it back down. We're going to roll over, planting our hands, extending back into. This is your yoga, your way. Feeling again that strength, knowing this is just between you and your body. It's nobody else's business. It's your yoga, your way. Allow your heels to fall over to the right. Reach left hand up towards the ceiling. Again, enjoying that. Chase fear away. Fall over the other side. Reaching. Again, being aware that you and your body to conquer fear. Coming back down into high plank, lowering your forearms, feeling your shoulders begin to separate, one ear to the mat, and allowing your feet to fold over and come into contact with the mat. You feel your breath supporting you, nose down. Maybe, just maybe, you begin to hear and feel your heart beating. Maybe, for the most important person in that, you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, pushing your head to the tips of your toes. Maybe now, filling you up and then radiating out in concentric circles, reaching, embracing your community, unadulterated, unspoiled, just long enough to bring the big toes to the edge of the mat and build your own personal little pillar to create a in the earth. That gentle pressure on that area between your eyebrows is signaling your pineal gland that all is safe. It's okay now. Maybe you begin to see the last little bits and pieces of all of those things that you just want to get rid of. You told yourself, or maybe those stubborn things that other people have told you. You see them swirling down, lighter, freer, freer. Next, we're going to bring the hands flat on the head tucked. We're going to gently walk our hands back towards our body, slowly, slowly, slowly up, keeping that head tucked before we roll the shoulders back, bring the gaze up, blink, and feel the last out. Bring our feet flat onto the mat, knees still up, allowing ourselves onto the mat. Formation. And just to the right. Exhale over slowly to the right. Inhale back up to center.